What does pride mean to you?
Pride. So I grew up traveling around the world. My parents are pretty conservative but accepting, so I was lucky in that aspect, but I never really accepted myself as a, I guess, pansexual woman. I thought I was bi for a really long time until I started dating my current partner who identifies as a trans man. So our relationship, but there's just like so many more layers within our relationship that I didn't like. It's kind of hard to understand for me because I thought I was one way for a really long time, or one sexuality for a really long time, and he kind of opened my eyes onto like how like really love is love. And I hate to say it as basic as it is, but like I fell in love with him, and like not based on a gender, you know? So that's kind of what it means to me, celebrating that in my community, in Alabama, lower Alabama. It's kind of like, I hate to say it, but sometimes like, you know, there's a lot of homophobic slurs, slang. You're still gonna get, you know, dirty looks in the street if you were walking hand in hand with a woman and you were a woman or man, or if you were a trans man, trans woman. It's not accepted. So it's like here, I hate to see like hate still going on, and like not only hate but not acceptance and like an uncomfortableness around it. And then in Nashville, where I go to school, it's a very different story. A lot more open. People are more understanding. People get to live freely, and like it's more about love and less about just like hate and what society's going to think of you. So I just think Pride is like a good time for like this month to highlight tolerance, acceptance, and love. And obviously we should be doing it every day. And for members of the LGBT community, like it's Pride every day of the whole year. So it's nice to have a whole month to bring awareness and to think about it and let it have its moment in the sun.
Yeah, I think, you touched on a lot of good points about like just being fluid. Like, like there is no one size fit all for
Mm-hmm.
relationships, what love looks like, and for people who identify um, outside of what people expect. And I think it's forever changing. And I think
Mm-hmm.
sexual orientation and gender is fluid.
Mm-hmm.
There's a spectrum that people fall on, and nobody fits in a box. And so I think that is what I heard anyway. Is like
Yeah,
no
yeah.
box, you can't,
Yeah, yeah.
and
It
still
was
so
kind of
many.
all over the place.
No, it was
Yeah.
very good. And so many people try to, but
Mhm.
people are fluid, and love is fluid.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
guess that, pride parades have, been canceled. Pride
Hmm.
celebrations have been canceled. Um, so what are you going to do to celebrate pride, in the midst of all of this fire?
Well, obviously, Pride is so fun to celebrate in festival form, you know, seeing a community come together, walking down with all their colors, whether it's the whole rainbow, a trans flag, a bi flag. It's nice to see and feel the love and like be aware of it, not just online presence. But obviously, with the pandemic, it's hard to meet in mass groups of people, and you know you don't want to stay safe. Hope everyone is staying safe. Um, but I think online for me, both Twitter and Instagram have been amazing platforms. I've seen a lot of love and things being spread, mostly just creating an awareness for people who aren't educated on what the struggles of the LGBTQ go through, and also just acceptance as well. I think there's just like sometimes there's this uncomfortableness, or this stigma around like what it means to be a member of the LGBTQ, and so kind of opening people's eyes to that is really important. Um, And just like, especially with the Black Lives Matter movement and the LGBTQ community, like hand in hand, like Pride would not be started without a trans woman of color. And with that, it kind of like pairs the two together. So you have a powerful Black trans woman leading this movement, along with like the Black Lives Matter and Pride Month together. I think it's like just really important and kind of crazy that this time is just like perfect for like a combination of the two. So yeah, I think social media is really important, and a good way for just people, young people, to come together, and millennials to have a good outlet to share their ideas and let their peers know what's up, and then just spread the love.
Yes, I think thank you for that. I think yeah, social media is has been my social media at least has been on fire with a lot of
Same.
resources, even just like celebrating each other. And so yeah, use those
Mhm.
platforms to basically, uplift people, amplify them, but also to celebrate. Because sometimes social media can be very daunting and very, the world is already on fire. It could be a very traumatic thing to look at with all of the information that's coming in, but it also could be a good place to like just share and to, uplift people and amplify and to just, have fun. So with that being said, Camille, what is your social media handle? How can people find you? How can people, learn more about you and the work that you're doing, and also connect with you and your boo thing, your boyfriend?
My boo thing. Yeah. So my social media handle is Cam You Not. My name's Camille. So it's been like that since I was little, but Cam as in CAM, U as in YOU, and then Not as in NOTT. So just Cam You Not, and that's my Instagram, and that's the platform I'm gonna be using mostly. I share a lot of Instagram stories on there. Just if I see something, want to educate people. Or just like want to make people sign a petition, anything from the social media aspect, I think it'd be helpful. So that's me.
Nice. Well, thank you, Camille, for
Sure.
um, accepting to do this interview with us. We really appreciate it. Everything that you shared. So, thank you.
Thank you guys too. It was amazing, and what you guys do is pretty amazing. And I'm glad that millennials have other, millennials to look up to and have as their like. I mean, we're the future, so I'm glad you guys are helping us as a community grow. So yeah,
Yes.
nice.